Hi, Laura Kelley here in Brewster at Great Cape Herbs off of 6A. Stephen Brown has a great thing going on here, offering medicinal herbs as medicine, which is a great alternative to pharmaceuticals. So listen on and hear more about it. Oh, a Tampwood stove. I grew up with this. I recognize it.
The best.
The best. I know. So I grew up on a sheep farm in Dennis, and I'll tell you, this stove kept it was like the whole farm. The whole house, the bathroom upstairs, everything. This is the best stove.
Over there.
Yeah, that's still kicking,
Yeah,
although the
right.
Tampwood's not. Hi, I'm Laura Kelley. This is LCTV. I'm here with Stephen Brown at
Great Cape Herbs.
.org.
That's greatcape.com is my website. Yes.
There it is. Okay.
But
Get the
that's
website
us.
out there. Yeah. And you're located in Brewster off of 6A.
Yep. Been here.
How long you been here?
42 years I've been here.
Nice.
Had a nursery business 73 to 84, and then I opened it as the Herbal Apothecary in the summer solstice of 91.
Wow. Bless you.
So I've been doing it a long time.
Yeah. I remember buying a ginkgo here once.
Yeah,
It's huge
they know
now.
me as the
Doing
ginkgo
great.
man around the country because I'd go to conferences and festivals and sell ginkgo trees.
Yeah.
Which I probably will do again this spring.
Well, tell us a
summer.
little bit of what you're doing here.
All
Yeah,
right,
go on.
I have a beautiful 15-acre farm here right on 6A in Brewster, East Brewster. I've been farming it all the years I've been here, but now I'm growing, for the past 25 years, I've been growing medicinal plants, botanical medicines. And then we make the medicines right here. We harvest the plants, chop them up, mix them with the alcohol and water, and let them macerate. Lou over here is pressing off some tinctures right now. And then we also infuse, I go around from here to Provincetown. I go around the Cape and I wildcraft St. John's wort and other things. And I infuse the oils to make my St. John's wort oil or dandelion flower oil. And then we use that for topical applications. So we have the tinctures for internal, we have the topicals for the infused oils, usually combined with essential oils also. But it's sustainable medicine.
It really is. Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
the health care of the future.
It
It was the health care of the past, and
100
then
years ago
and then the
and prior.
pharmaceutical big shots came along, and all brainwashed us into thinking that was the only way to
Power of the
get
pill.
better. It was awful, and now people are finally
circling back.
getting fed up with that medicine, much of which does not work or makes you worse, and they are coming back to the plants,
Good.
which is
Good.
exciting.
Yeah, it sure is.
And I'm in the process of trying to turn this farm into kind of a central location for what are called transition towns. Started in the United Kingdom in 2006 in a little village called Totnes, Totnes. And it's, 9 years later, and there are now thousands around the world.
Okay.
It's so exciting. And all it is getting local people together to talk about how to deal with the oil running out, with the food supply, the poison that they give us in the supermarkets these days with all the chemicals on it. How can the communities take back control of their lives and their communities? So I'm very excited. Tonight is our first meeting of transition towns at the Brewster Library. So I'm very excited about that.
That's good. Keep that going.
I'm gonna.
Keep it going. Keep going. The word will get out. It'll spread. I
I'm
promise you that.
gonna.
Can you walk around with us a little
Well,
bit and
this is
share
my-
us some goodies?
This is just the bulk or dried bulk herb shelf here. And this is where I have my tinctures, my extracts. And when people come in for a consultation, after doing the intake and all that, I decide on a formula based on what they're dealing with. And then using these tinctures, I'll usually do a custom formula for them, 10% of this and 25% of that, and blend that up here. So this is kind of my blending room. Right now it's a little chaotic. It's wintertime with our tempered stove going away here, and we're building a new addition onto the back of the shop for further manufacturing space, which is very exciting.
Congratulations.
So, but this is normally my my blending corner here, and so that's what these are all about.
So
and there's probably 150 different kinds of plants.
Wow, that's a lot. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
And there used to be another herb shop in Sandwich, but that's no longer there. And Donna Eaton's over in Harwich with Cedar Spring Farm, but it's not really
It's
open to the
different.
public type thing the way this is. So it's probably the only one in southeastern Mass, at least. And there are very few old-fashioned herbal apothecaries left anywhere in the country.
Agreed.
You get them in Colorado's a hot spot, the West Coast, the Southwest, Vermont.
Right.
And other than that, the country's pretty much a wasteland. But it's coming back.
So it's about
coming
having
back.
choices. When you're not feeling well,
Absolutely.
you can go to a hospital, or you can go to a nutritionist,
Or a herbalist.
an herbalist.
Herbalist,
There
yes.
you go. And so you talk with the people for a little while, you figure out what their
You do
underlying
you do an
issue
intake,
is.
yep, just like a doctor does.
And you actually heal and allow the person to help themselves get better.
That
right?
is what naturopathic medicine is. It's removing the obstacles to health.
Right.
And that's a different approach from the pharmaceutical medical thing. They try to kill, burn, and cut. I'm being harsh. I'm sorry. I don't totally disrespect pharmaceutical medicine because I've had asthma my whole life. I've had an atomizer. I thank the heavens for it. When I have an asthma attack, I go right to that atomizer. But I will say that over the past 30 years since I've been doing herbs, that I hardly ever have to use it because I've helped my body to deal with the allergic response through botanical medicines. But so you can't just kill bacteria and viruses and whatnot. You have to help the body to deal with that pathogenic influence, they call it. Yeah, pathogenic influence can be bacteria, viruses, little microorganisms, but it can also be hot, cold, dry, damp, heat, wind. That's in Chinese terminology. And those are ones that have a negative influence on your overall state of health. So you've got to deal with those sort of things so that the milieu, the environment, is conducive to health and not conducive to H. pylori bacteria in your gut that's going to give you an ulcer.
Right.
So it's a much longer lasting, thorough approach to healing.
So we have something in us, like we all have cancer in us right now.
Yes.
It's about maintaining
Homeostasis. You've got to maintain homeostasis.
balance.
And I hear that I get that all the time with Lyme disease now. Do we ever totally get rid of spirochetes? I don't know that. I got bitten 4 years ago, and with the herbs, and I did do one 30-day course of antibiotics, and my symptoms were gone in 4 days. And to the best of my knowledge, they haven't come back.
Lucky.
But I tell people I don't know if those spirochetes are all gone. I may have a time where I'm under stress, or I've had a cold or something like that, where my system is weak, and the spirochete may take advantage of that and re-proliferate.
Flares, yeah.
So I don't know that, whether it's totally gone or not. But the whole key to health is to maintain a healthy balance or homeostasis. And if you can do that, and along that train of thought, in this shop since the opening day, I have never used and do not allow any of my employees to use the word cure. Doesn't happen, folks. There's no start and end point for a disease or a malady or an imbalance. It's a process. So there are many people that are living with cancers that are in remission, for example, and they live wonderful, healthy lives.
Yeah.
But there are also people that have been irradiated and chemotherapy where the doctor says, oh, look, there's no trace of cancer cells in your body. And 3 or 4 or 5 years later, bang, it's back with a vengeance. So it's learning to live with Lyme, cancer, whatever the thing is you're dealing with. It's a process. And we've been so brainwashed by the media and by the pharmaceutical people. Cure, take this pill and you'll be cured. No. So that's a pet peeve.
That's a good one. It's clear as toast. I'll tell you that. So you create a customized...
Yes, because herbalists don't treat diseases. Herbalists treat people.
Yeah, the people. I like that.
So
Yeah.
Someone may come in with a cold or a flu, and you do an intake with them, and this person may have a weakened nervous system, they may have digestive issues, they may have cardiovascular issues, which is different than someone else with the same ailment, but it will manifest in different ways. So you have to treat that person and their specific constitution.
I like it. That's the key.
And
I'm working with pure products. Right?
Oh, yeah, always organic or wild-crafted. Very teensy percentage of my plants that I buy in to make my tinctures from are, they call them lab-tested. Some of them are out of China because they're wonderful Chinese and Ayurvedic herbs. And China's gotten a lot of bad press. They're trying to deal with that and do this lab-tested. There are even organic herbs coming out of China now. So I try to source the best. And I grow probably 30% of the herbs that are in my tinctures right on the farm here in Cape Cod.
Great.
Yeah.
Good for you. Keep it local.
Local.
Nice.
All about local.
And you're selling plants and other varieties of things
in the
here?
spring and summer, I divide and pot up wood betony, comfrey, a lot of different lemon
herbs.
balm, a lot of different
So
herbs,
good.
and sell them out here.
Verbenas, yep. And you've got stuff from hives. You've got wax and honey.
Well, my honey I get from Billerica, Merrimack Valley apiaries. Not sure. Oh, beeswax I got from a company in Braintree. I would like to source as close as possible. However, there's nobody on the Cape or anywhere in southeastern Mass that produces enough honey that they can sell it to me in a 60-pound pail.
Oh, wow.
Which is what I do.
Yeah.
And
It's a good
all
amount.
the honey that is produced on Cape Cod, to the best of my knowledge, is sold at farmers markets. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So my honey from Billerica is considered local honey because the plants there are the same as here on the Cape.
Sure.
This company
Zone
also
7.
sends hives down to Georgia, for example, to pollinate peach trees, let's say. I don't buy that honey.
Yeah.
I buy the honey that's from the
Here.
area that
Smart.
has the same plants that I do. So you get all that good stuff. And it's not microfiltered and adulterated the way honey coming out of China is.
Yeah. Can you show us around your store a little?
Well, yeah, let's take a walk.
So you have some crystals, I see.
Yeah, I started carrying stones and crystals 15 or more years ago. It was kind of to fill space. People ask for them. They look pretty. They have a nice energy to them.
And they've got
there is
energy to 'em.
There's
Here's-
a possibility of healing qualities to them.
Rose quartz.
So I carry them. They have a long shelf life.
Sure that. And the great prices here, that's for sure. These are the
And then
worry
over
stones.
here I have extra virgin coconut oil, and I have Himalayan salts and smoked salts from Yakima, Washington is the great apple growing region in this country. So they take, I think, their apple prunings and dead woods and use that to smoke
interesting.
the salt with, and it's absolutely yummy.
Wow.
And this is non-GMO popcorn that I get from Amish country.
Yes.
Yep.
Very cool.
But kind of this is the herbal apothecary end of the shop.
These are beautiful. Look at all the different colors and crystals and shapes you find from around the world. Where do you find the amethyst?
Most of the amethyst comes out of Brazil. Quartz,
Brazil.
amethyst,
Great prices.
citrine.
Beautiful. And yes, that's my favorite section.
Yeah, this is kind of the herbal apothecary section. These are my essential oils. Very great possibility. Another possibility for healing
Yeah.
are essential oils, aromatherapy. You know, I'm
Yes,
not
beautiful.
well versed on it, but I certainly use them in my, one of my best products is called Super Joint Anoint, which is for sore muscles and joints, and it's St. John's wort flower oil, which I make myself, arnica flower oil, which I make, and then I add essential oils of birch, basil, rosemary, lavender, all of which have pain-relieving qualities to it. And that combination is fantastic.
Wow.
But I love essential oils.
Sounds
There are
good.
some relaxants. There are euphorics that raise your mood, like rose, neroli, jasmine.
A huge amount. I'm really impressed just by the number of different types here.
Yeah.
I've never seen them bigger, really.
Yep. And these are my herbal tea
Teas?
blends.
Yeah.
And these are the
Echinacea.
tincture blends for those that choose not to do a sit-down consultation. There are formulas that I have that are quite antiviral for flus. There's a kind of one for colds and sinus congestion, and then there's one for bronchitis when the upper respiratory goes down into the lungs. There's another formula for that. Very beautiful, powerful herb in that called bloodroot. Love bloodroot.
Huh.
Yep. And just going gangbusters with lime on the Cape. Oh, my word. It's just everywhere. We're selling huge bottles of this to people all over the country now. In fact, I even ship some over the Netherlands and Germany, I think. So those are my formulas, which people can choose from. And then here I'm not huge on body care products, you know, wrinkly skin and that sort of thing, but I do a few of them. Like, cooked up a cool name for that, Bada Bing Bada Bomb.
Cute. Yeah, your names on these
Bada
are
Bing Bada Bomb.
hilarious.
Yeah, I
You
make up all the
really-
names and I write, a lot of them have poems that go along with them that are kind of fun. Comfrey calendula salve. Almost every herbalist in the world makes a salve with comfrey, at least comfrey and calendula in it, which is for rashes and dry cracked skin and diaper rash and eczema and psoriasis and
Yeah.
all sorts of
Good
things.
for all ages, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's so non-toxic.
And then
It's
for
fine
people
for
that want to
babies.
make their own things, we've got the fixed oils, the grapeseed, the almond, the avocado, the apricot kernel, pumpkin seed. Great for older gentlemen like myself with prostate issues. That is part of living, guys. But pumpkin seed oil is good for that. And then bottles and jars for people that want to make their own things. So we try to help people to get into it and make these things and get back to the plants.
Yeah.
So important.
And be reconnected. You know?
It's the connection, yeah. I just watched a wonderful presentation by Tia Rona Clarlodog, who's a very well-known and highly respected herbalist. She's also a medical doctor, a naturopathic doctor, and a herbalist, and she's chairing the committee and the U.S. government's alternative health committee, blah, blah, blah. She gave a wonderful presentation at the Bioneers
Oh, yeah.
conference out in San
Nice.
Rafael, California, which they have every year, and it was fabulous. Just
Yeah.
I love Taroni.
So you're out around the country,
Oh, yeah.
learning new things, bringing it back to Cape Cod.
Yeah, last winter I took my little pickup truck with a slide-on camper in the back and drove all the way around the country visiting herbalists.
Yeah?
It was great.
Hanging out
Yeah.
around fires and
Yeah,
telling
camping
stories.
out in the high mountains and freezing down in Louisiana when the polar vortex came down. It was memorable. I crossed the Donner Pass, you know, the Donner Party that perished in the 1800s. I crossed the Donner Pass in a blizzard in my truck. It was fun.
And came back to tell us all
Yes,
about
I
it. Bring
came
us some
back
new
to tell
things.
you all about it.
It's good. It's so good. We're lucky to have you, Stefan. You
Yes,
really have
well, we're-
to me, it's a down-to-earth way of thinking about things. Like it's common sense, really. Our health, we are all beings, and we've got to figure out how to take care of ourselves. It's bio-individuality, right? Where something might work for me, but might not work for you. And so it's a
Exactly.
matter of always treating ourselves like we're our own science project and just keep
Yeah, you
trying
get to
until you
learn.
figure out what works
And I'm
for
always
you.
thrilled when people come in, usually in the warmer season, and they need a certain herb. I says, come with me. And
You
I'll
can go
take
out
them out
back.
into the garden, and we'll find that herb growing there freshly. I says, this is what you're going to put on yourself, or this is
Nice.
what you're going to make a tea out of.
Sure.
Get to know this plant.
Chamomile.
And I said, tell people, come back anytime you want and get into the garden and meet the plants.
Excellent.
Create relationship. So important.
Yeah, reconnect to the earth.
Because, you know, the way culture has gone in the past 50, 100 years, it's dissociation. It's disconnection from the earth, from our sources.
That's where we came from,
And-
and that's where we're going to. So you
So
might
I'm
as well
always,
connect
I'm
along the
always
way, right?
trying to reconnect people. And that's what the
good.
transition town thing is all about, too. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that
So
too.
hopefully
It'll be
this
different.
this summer will be the hub for all that. There'll be a
Good.
community market on the front lawn, artists, crafters, people that make stuff, fruits, vegetables.
You had that last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that
well,
was
we
great.
attempted, but it didn't.
We had
2
a-
years ago, it was fairly successful. And last year, we just had 1 or 2 people because I decided to go straight and go to the Board of Selectmen and get the approval and the permit. And I did all that. So this coming year, with luck, we'll have local people
Excellent.
with things that they make here on Cape Cod, combined with our little organic cafe.
Oh, right.
Yep.
You do coffees,
Yep.
teas,
Yep.
chai, fun stuff.
We may
like
have a local coffee roaster here, roasting only organic beans right here. I would love to have someone step forward that likes to bake and start a little bakery. I
You
would
got-
love small, cooperatively owned businesses to start right here.
Nice.
And I'm so excited about this whole transition town community building thing. And getting back to basics, to
Yeah.
where we should be.
Yeah. So sharing your space, having people
Yep.
come in with what their talents are. And
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
great. Good for you for offering your space. You've had this for so long, and you've
I
done
know.
so well.
Yep, long time.
And you better stay. You better keep this
I'm
up.
trying.
You better keep going. I know I've brought so many people to you through the years. I know that my personal family and myself, we
Yeah.
rely on your creative and your common sense coming together
Yeah.
to heal, you know, to help.
Hopefully it will endure, but I'm trying to semi-retire, go out to Boulder, Colorado, where my son lives. He and his girlfriend Becky had an adorable baby girl a year ago November, so I'm a grandpa now. And Ava Jane is the cutest thing, so I want to spend more time out there. I want to spend time visiting herbalists. I want to spend time
Learning.
instigating transition towns and
Neat.
promoting botanical medicine as the new healthcare paradigm. There's so many things I want to do. So the younger people need to come here and make this happen.
Next generation, come take over, huh?
That's right. So all you younger people out there,
Well,
Get in here and
the
make it
neat
happen.
thing with what I feel is going on with Great Cape is that it's timeless. I want to use that word. It happened.
World's oldest medicine.
Right. It was before everything was anyway. It just was. It was the way it was. And we just kind of lost track 100 years ago, which isn't that long, right? That's not long. I mean, these have been tested for thousands of years, more than our, testing science situation at EPA and stuff going on nowadays.
I think there was a little coercion there to steer us away from the plants. And now we need to resist that coercion and come back to the plants.
Well, there's no such thing as a quick fix. No. There's a Band-Aid. You can cover it, but you can't take care of the underlying problem. You take care of the underlying problem. It's slow and steady, but you'll get there. That's the difference. That's the beauty of what you're doing. Keep it up.
Going to try.
Don't ever stop. Thanks for having us.
All right. Thanks, Laura.
So this is Brewster 6A, Great Cape Herbs with Stephan Brown. And this is Laura Kelley reporting for LCTV. Just to let you know, Stephan Brown has got a wide variety of all sorts of different types of medicinal books to also look up any questions you might have about yourself or a loved one. Stephan Brown has got a wonderful apothecary here, sharing alternative ways to that we can take care of ourselves. And instead of using pharmaceuticals when we're sick and ill, we can come here and learn how we can take from the earth, through herbs and such, and instill it in our bodies in order to keep us healthier, longer, stronger. Thanks for joining us today. And thanks to LCTV for coming with us.